Well, hello, everybody. So I'm just checking to see that my volume is working. Hi, Tanya. Just making sure that my volume does work. And I'll get this shared then over onto Facebook. Hi, Monica. Awesome. Well, let's hope it stays that way. Whenever I go to share what's on YouTube, it never wants to share my, it just does the waiting time. It's really odd. Let me see if I can do it from this way. No, I am not able to show. Oops, let me get my volume off here. Tanya, would you mind sharing the video over on our scrapbookers group? And thank you so much for doing that for me. So I'll just wait a little bit and we'll let everybody find us once Tanya. I did start early, so if we had any instances or any problems, I didn't want us to run late, like last week though. I had to take care, or no, Tuesday I had to take care of a shipment. So we are going to continue working on our album. Let me move that up. And I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. We're finally, we got lots of wind, but some sunshine, and I'm hoping that we're going to have some really good weather. This is really odd. I have no dogs down here. I don't know where they are. Hi, Tiffany. So we're just getting the video shared over on Scrapbookers, and then we'll get started. And we are going to create this pop-up. And this one's our storybook pop-up. So I do want to wait pretty much for people to find the video. I don't like to start, especially when some of you were really waiting to make that. So I'm going to grab my corner rounder that I'll be using. Hi, Sandy. How you doing? Okay, let's see what we can do here to share. You know what? I did just get it to share. Tanya, I did get it. So it does have the photo. I know it's really odd. And but the photo is there and we are, I think, good to go. Okay, so let's wait for everybody to join us. And then also for anybody that is watching, this is part 4. So we're in the home stretch here. We're creating our pop-up tonight and we are going to do the cover. So we are basically, we'll be finishing up our album tonight. And then just so you know, I won't have a video next week on the 19th. I do have some company coming in, but the 19th is our first day of spring. How exciting is that? So the 19th is the first day of spring. And then I will be back live with you one time before we will, myself and my team, Tanya and Tiffany, will be actually heading out for Creativation. So we're pretty excited about that. Creativation hasn't been hasn't been in full force since, for years. And so I'm really excited to go. Hi, Terry. I'm really excited to go and really get out there and see. This is some of the companies. Then we actually have another trade show in July, so we'll be bringing you more companies in July. So I'm really excited to go bring you videos, be a part of it. So we're going to be kind of busy, but we're still going to be interacting with you and bringing you lots of videos. Okay, we're going to get started then with our pop-up. And I did put the cutting guide in Scrapbookers and also in the description of this video. Whoops, and I was going to put it in here, but I'm not. I need to just give you the sizes. So we don't have a lot to cut on this cutting guide. And now that I think everybody was able to find our video, I just posted our cutting guide, and I am going to use one large magnet. It is helpful with this one. And for our pop-up, I do have one more piece to cut with you, and I changed that. You need to add, instead of 2 6x6. Oh, you know what? I don't know what happened. This cutting guide is wrong. Let me take it off. I'm going to remove that. I don't know why. You have 2 6x12s, 2 5.5x6. Then you have 3 6x6. And I need to cut one more of my 6x6 because we need the cover of our book. And it is 6x6. One thing that I do want to check, we want everything to be pretty much the same height. And I need to cut this down. You can't wait to see what we all see. Oh, yes, at Creativation. I can't wait either. All right. So we have 2 6x12 pieces of cardstock. So you're just going to take one 12x12 and cut it in half at 6x6 or 6x12. Then we want 3, and we're going to set one aside. This is for the cover, and we don't need that right now. But you have 2, 6x6 pieces of cardstock. Then we have 2 5.5x6. Hi, Marcy. So I want to wait a minute for those of you that want to make this with me. 2 5.5x6, 3 6x6, and then 2 6x12. And we're going to start with our 6x12. And we'll go ahead and do all of our scoring. And with the 12-inch across the top, we are going to score it 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 5.5, and 6. So I'll let you get that scored. And let's repeat with our second piece of cardstock at 1/2, 1, move that over there so I don't cover up my scoring measurements, and 5.5 and 6. Our 6 by 6, since it's square, it won't matter what's at the top. We want to score it 1/2, 1, 5, and 5.5. Both pieces will be the same. So 1/2, 1, 5, and 5 and 1/2. Excuse me, falling over. Okay, we have 2 5.5 by 6, and you want the 5.5 across the top of your scoreboard, and we will score it 1/2, 1, 4.5, and 5. And 5.5 across the top, we're going to score it 1/2, 1, 4.5, and 5. Okay, our very last piece is the 6 by 6. Also, there was 3 of those. You're going to score at 1 and 1.25. We need that 1/4 inch gusset. We're just going to put that back out of the way. We won't need that right now. Okay, we're going to start with the 6 by 12 inch pieces. I'm going to fold this over, and what I want to do, you've got your 6-inch score line. That's the 1/2 mark. I want to put it up here. I want it to be perfectly straight, so I'm going to just burnish it at the 6-inch first to make sure everything's lined up. Then we can burnish the 5.5 mark. Again, keeping everything lined up. And let's go ahead and burnish our 1/2 inch and our 1 inch. So we're going to repeat that same thing to this one. We're going to fold in half. Making sure it's perfectly straight. Burnish the 6-inch score line. And burnish the 1/2 inch score line next to it, or the 5.5. And then our 1/2 and 1. And what we're going to do is we're just going to continue burnishing. Let's just burnish all of our score lines. And burnish your 1/2 and your 1 on each one of these. And then we'll just set these aside. now our 6-inch pieces, or whichever you're doing, because we're not really going in an order here. We just want to burnish all these score lines. And we do put this together and then go back and I'll do the matting. Because you'll see as we're putting it together, there's parts you just don't want to mat this whole thing underneath. It's just too thick if you do, and the book will not close properly. Okay, you're going to want your scissors for this next part. We are going to start with the 6x12, and we're going to not burnish, we've already done that. We're going to miter our corners. So you're just going to miter this outside 1/2 inch, and you don't have to do it too drastic, not that quite that 90 degree, just you want it to be tucked under. When you miter that corner, it helps tuck it under, out of sight, out of mind, right? So we're going to start with these 2 pieces. And I wish you guys could talk back because I want to make sure you're ready to go on if you're working with me. Because this is really actually very fun to make. And I'll be honest with you, if you have the tape runner that's your repositional, you might want to use the first couple of times so you get the hang of this. But once you get the hang of it, it's really fun, and you're going to see you can make 1 layer, 2 layers, or all 3 layers. You really can't make 4 layers. You'll see why. It'll be too small on the inside. And if you can see why. Here's our surface for the photo. And as we grow this and it gets bigger and bigger, it's not enough surface to do anything with if you want to put a photo here. So I just think this is a really fun part. So we're going to practice. You have your gusset here, and you have a gusset here. Now, when we put this down, I want you to see you're going to have about 1.5 inches on the side here. Well, hello, Julie. So you're going to have this 1.5 inches. Okay. So just set it there, and it looks really cool. Now, when you fold this down, fold this all over. I have my 1/2 inch here. Everything is folded to the back. And I'm going to open it, and you can see it's the same 6x6. We have a 1/2 inch gusset and a 1/2 inch gusset. We want to add adhesive right here on this outside 1/2 inch. Now, I want you to leave it so you can see your 1/2 inch gusset here. I want you to fold this backwards. Keep everything straight and press that glue. And then when you pop it back up, just go ahead and burnish that. Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing with our second piece. Once again, fold it completely in half. You have a 1/2 inch gusset here, and your 1/2 and your 1/2 and your 1. They're both right there. I add my adhesive. fold that to the inside. And let's burnish that down. Then just pop it back over. You can reburnish those score lines because it should move. This one's going this way. It should move quite freely for you. Oh, thank you, my little Easter eggs. Well, semi-Easter egg and my little Easter bunny. I didn't go too crazy. So I'm letting you guys all get kind of caught up. And I'm just letting her know we're on live. Okay. Okay, guys, you ready? We're going to take both pieces now. And you're going to see that they're going to butt up together. They're going to butt together. What I do to make this easy is I just push it down, flatten it out so it looks like this, and that will be pushed down. Now we add our adhesive right here, kind of like when we do our album covers. And I want you to push this one down also. Turn it over so now they're facing each other. And you're going to match top and bottom, side to side, because you want it. You don't want it to be longer than the other one. You want them to be the same. Okay. We're going to burnish the glue down. We want it to catch. Open, and then it's 3D. Okay, how did everybody do with that? Now I do have another one cut if we need to do it again. Okay, I'm going to go on with our second set. So you can set this aside. Now, as you can see, you can stop right here. Burnish this, stop right here, and you can have just one layer. Okay, if you just want one layer, just one book. But we can set that aside for a moment. And I want you to go to, now you're going to see the size difference. So you want your 6 by 6. Sound like somebody was growling, but they're not down here. And we want to miter the corners once again. I grab a 5.5. I did. I knew that looked smaller. Now this is the next one. I think this is cool. It starts to get really cool, but really fun. And it really isn't. They really aren't hard once you get the hang of them. Just doing a little bit of reburnishing because it just establishes where you want your cardstock to go. Now, I want you to fold just one side. Okay. I just want you to fold that one side in. And I'm going to lift this one. before we put the adhesive on the inside. This time we're going to put it on the outside. Then we're going to have that folded completely down. We're going to turn it over and we are going to glue them together. Okay, but do not put it on the inside one. Put it here on the outside. Okay, I have my adhesive now on the outside. I have this folded to the inside. And I'm going to match top to bottom, side to side. Excuse me. Oh, I'm telling you, Utah is so dry, even with it raining and snowing. We live on chapstick. So that reminds me, if you are coming to the retreat in May, bring your chapstick. Okay, let's open this. Now, when you open it, you'll have both the 1/2 and the 1 inch here in the center. But now I want you to fold those over. So basically now it looks like this. They're just sticking up. But you're going to fold these down. Okay, fold it in half and burnish it. This is our center. We're going to practice again before I add glue. And you're going to grab your book. This, we are going to add glue on each 1/2 inch hinge right here. Going to stand our book up and just put these here in the center, and we're going to close our book. So these are now pushed down to the inside. They look like wings. And I will turn it over and add my adhesive. Now, if you get any on the inside, clean it up now. Stand your book up. This part's going right into the center of our book. And we're going to close it. And burnish. So better to burnish it from this side. Making sure it's dry. I'm just going to push those down. Don't be afraid to push this around. Because we will be reshaping it. Okay, now, and we'll be reshaping it quite often. Now our top, we have these two guys. I want you to fold them both in so that they're both to the back. Then I want you just to lay this down and get a feel for it. We're going to close it and burnish it, but we want to put our adhesive on there. Okay. So I have these folded backwards or into the inside of my book. I want to add adhesive And like I said, if you get anywhere but in that gusset, just wipe it up. Put it down, and then I'm just going to close my book. You're going to be nervous. That's okay. Just let it close. And did I get? Yep, I got glue on the inside here. Which is, there we go. I got it. Then just rebend. There we go. So we have 2 stacks. And again, you could stop right there. But why stop right there when we can make another stack, right? Okay, 5.5 by 6. We need to miter those corners. Okay, let me get my cool rush in here. Okay, remember these guys? We're gonna just take one. I'm gonna do the right side. It's going to burnish the 1 inch all the way in. Adhesive at the top. I have that folded down, and we are going to now match our corners. Top to bottom, making sure they're even. And burnish the glue so it's all spread out, attached, because we want it to be dry. And one more time. Fold our flaps over. And we will be doing the same thing, but here in the center of our book. Again, okay? And glue on both sides. So can you see how cute in a baby album or a wedding album, bride and groom on each side? Yeah, pretty cute. Okay. Once again, right in the center. And let's burnish our book. Now, when we open our book, you can really see it's taken shape. And once again, lift her up. We're going to fold both sides in so you can hold them together if that's easier. But instead of glue at the top, we're putting glue here at the bottom. And once again, I'm just going to kind of push those in and close my book. Well, hi, now we're getting the doggies down here. And there is our third layer. So it's not just going to naturally kind of go flat. So now you'll just put your fingers in there and kind of push it backwards to get more of a flat book. But when you close it, of course, it still will bow up a little bit. But at least by doing a little bit of pre-bending before we mat it, you're kind of helping it form its shape. Okay, so I'm just kind of putting my fingers in there and then I pinch down. And like I said, it's not going to lay flat. So that's our book. Pretty cool, isn't it? Now we want to put a cover on it though. Now you could leave it like this. It will loosen up too. But my thoughts on that was, I mean, you could do a tie, but it's going to stay flat a lot better if you use a cover. Let me show you. And then using a cover, if you don't want to use a magnet, see how nice, I mean, the magnet's going to pull it down, but it's already super nice and flat. The weight of our cardstock helps to flatten the book. So it actually would kind of stay flat. It'll kind of flap in the wind. But if you don't have a magnet, you just want a cover on it, you could put a ribbon under the cover, and I'll show you on the back here, and you could tie it. So it will stay nice and closed. Now we did a 1-inch score on our 6x6. We did a 1/4. So we have a 1/4-inch gusset, and you do need a gusset for this because it's super thick. And get that 1/4-inch really good. We're going to miter the corners. And then I'm going to round the corners on this. And I did not round my corners here on the left-hand side because that's where I'm going to attach this guy, but I did over here on the right-hand side. And this is going to sit in the back. Here, we can open it up. Sit back here. And I'm going to keep it just a hair down from the first score line. Look at matter? Hold on. I need to check Wilbur really quick. Come here. What's the matter? Hmm? Homer, what's wrong? Homer's crying at him for some reason. Okay. Now, you had to turn on the central air. Oh, wow. So now there's my cover. Super neat. Like I said, I am going to add a magnet again. You could add a ribbon right here on this top flap and around here to the back, and it could tie. So your choice. Either or is going to work really well. So I'm going to take just one large magnet set. So that's 2. Because then we're going to match our little book. Oh, and I think I got mine a little. I did. I have to move this one. There we go. Okay. Now the thing is, you really don't have a whole bunch of matting here. So we have these little sides, and then I did the little steps of the book, and then of course the top. And I'm going to use some of the glitter paper. And yes, I'm so sorry, we are out of the white again. And it will be back in stock. It's just, it takes longer for them to create it. All right, let's grab our papers. And I had my ruler. Oh, there it is. I need my ruler. And these are, so these little tops are 3.5. Everything's going to be 6 inches long. So that makes it really easy. So we can cut our matting. And I do want to start with I am going to double mat with my glitter paper on this one. If I can get a hold of it. Let's go here. My partially used one. And I am just cutting me a strip of 5 7/8 by 12. Set that aside. Because I know I need two of them, two that are 3 3/8. And like I said, I am double matting. You could actually just leave that gorgeous glitter paper, but I'm going to mat those in a minute. Now we have, let me show you. I did not. I did not do these sides. You can, but let me show you something. When you close it, it might make it super thick. And so I chose to just do the top. So we need 2, 3, 4 that are that's 1/2 inch. And it's 5 7/8. So I'm going to cut them just short of 1/2 inch. I want it to be A little bit longer, of course, than 3/8. So I'll stop at my 16th inch mark. I can't tell if Wilbur's asleep. I just don't think he's feeling good. We had a little bone problem and I had some not too good feeling puppies, and I don't think he feels good. So. Hey, Wilbur. Okay, he's just asleep. Nothing like scaring me to death, right? Okay, then I want you to measure right here. So mine's 1.5. It looks like I got him pretty straight. And we'll cut 1 3/8. I did use the glitter paper there. Yeah, I got him some bones. No, teeth cleaning things at Sam's. They're white and they're like they're greenies, and they made all 3 of my dogs sick. We've had, yeah. So 1 3/8 by 5 7/8. Yeah, you know, dogs and kids, how we worry. There we go, 1 3/8. I'll put that aside, and these are going to be my pieces and parts. Now we want to cut. Oh, and I did use on the original one. I used glitter paper on the outside here, and I did round these edges. So let me just do that real quick. Now this should come out to be 5 3 or 4 3/4. And I think I have another big piece of our glitter paper. I didn't want to cut a new one. So 4 5/8 by 5 7/8. So all in all, if you want to do all the double matting with the glitter paper, because we do the front, it did take 3 sheets. Okay. Oh, no, we've got some more cutting to do. And then for the little insides and my cover, I use the front and I use the back, but I use the 8 by 8 because it was smaller. And then I used the 8 by 8 pink plaid. I'm trying to keep it pretty much the same as my first one. And I may have to use the 12 by 12, which is fine. The graphics are just a little bit bigger. So that's what we'll do. Okay. I'm going to do the cover first. And I'm going to cut it at 4 1/4. 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So more of our glitter paper will show. 4 1/4 and 5 1/2. Then we have that pretty glitter there on the side. Now, the little part for our booklet on the inside, let's go ahead and cut this down to 5 7/8. And this one was 3 1/2. Actually, we'll cut this down to 5 5/8. And I believe I did. I'm just going to remeasure those. I'm sure I cut them down to 3 inches. Yep. And the pink, 3 inches. 5.5 and 3 inches. And then because it's longer, it's 6 inches. So now this inside, I'll just use the you know, guys, I thought I could have swore I rounded those corners. Did you not see me round these corners? Oh, wait a minute. What? Well, you know what? Wrong book. That was the extra one I did in case you guys needed me to make it again. I didn't realize it was sitting there just with the temporary glue. And I'm like, okay, something is really weird here. And, oh, that's funny. I know it was funnier to me, right? So we're going to cut this at 4 5/8 by 5 7/8. So 4 5/8 by 5 7/8. So this will be my little inside guy. And this outside cover should be 6 by 6. But we're still going to remeasure it. Yeah. Just in case. So 5 7/8 by 5 7/8. Yeah, I think we're ready. I'm going to start here on the outside, and I just need to round the 2 outside corners. And it's supposed to be clearing up here in Utah, and then we are supposed to be having decent weather for the week, and I'm really hoping we do. I'm ready for just a little bit of spring. Oh, well, thank you. Yes, we are getting in a lot of new items. So I'm pretty excited about that. Okay, I'm just going to flip this. No, I'm not. We're going to do it from this way. I don't know why I always forget to grab all my tools. At least they're just right here. Okay. Now, our next one, and we just need to round those corners off. And this would really be cute to put in any album that you're making. So on our schedule, I had down, if just in case we didn't get as far as we got, that we would continue tomorrow. But because we will have this done. And this went a lot smoother than I planned. So tomorrow, just ignore that on the schedule, and I'll get that crossed off. Yes, isn't that, yeah. Tiffany really stepped up. I mean, she's been doing a great job with the buying and bringing in what she knows crafters are loving. So just super excited about all that. I'm going to set the 3 inches aside. The only thing we forgot to cut, I didn't cut the matting for this. Again, you can leave it. I do want to put, I'm going to put some matting on top. And I would like more of the 8x8 because it's a smaller graphic. So let me see in here. From all my scraps and pieces and parts. If I don't, I'll just go with the pink plaid. But I think, let's see what we have here. No, that's the piggy. One more. Let's check this one out. Nope, I got lots of the pink piggy left. So what I'm going to do is, the pink plaid's about the same. Oh, look at that. And it's like the perfect size. So it's 5 5/8. And again, this is 1 3/8. So I'm going to cut this at 1 1/8. And I'll cut, nope, I'll cut just 1. That's a little different. I'm going to take it off from the same strip. Oh, no, I'm not. You know why? So 5 5/8 and 1 1/8. But it is a little lighter. Let's see. No, I think it's fine. I think that's just me. This one just has more distressing on the side. And I don't want that much distressing on the side. Sorry, guys, but I want them to match a little bit more. And I got quite a few scraps. Yes, we do have the 65. Can't talk. Sorry. Yes, I still have the 65 pound, and it's all on the website. The white and all the new colors. We have the 12 by 12 white for matting, and then the new colors: the bubblegum, blueberry, pink lemonade, and lilac. And then there's the matting that we use for one of the December dailies, the home collection, and it's now all in stock. So it's a great paper for matting. It's not just your plain white, and it's a nice weight, so it won't add a lot of thickness. And let's go ahead, since we have our ink out, let's do our 3 inch pieces. And I am going to lay the glitter paper down first. Oh, hi, Julie. So you guys just stopped to rest. Awesome. I did see the text come through. I'm glad you guys are eating. 3 hours left. I hope Teddy's doing good. How's he doing on the drive? I love when family pops in. Can you? I don't. I wish you guys could see the sparkle, but if you bought it, then you know how sparkly it is. And it doesn't. There we go. It doesn't like to move a lot once it hits that glitter. And let's get some more glue on the ends. Sometimes, I swear, it sucks up a lot more of the adhesive. Glitter just takes a little bit more work. All right, now on this one, don't forget, we need to miter those or round those corners if you did round your book. I said, don't be afraid to smush it down. You're going to shape it here at the end. And we need to do the same. My book is basically, right now for me, it's upside down. My flap is supposed to be on the right-hand side. So if you are using a paper that is directional, keep that in mind. Otherwise, it will be upside down. And knock that over just a little bit. There we go. Okay, since I'm here, I'm just going to do the steps. And then one more right here. Okay. We'll reshape those. And this side. Okay, now if I wasn't using glitter paper, it's a little bit thicker, I probably would do my sides, but the glitter paper is thicker. And you don't want it too thick because we're going to be closing our book. Sparkles so pretty. Okay, now we're going to do our top. Again, don't be afraid to flatten it. You're not going to hurt it. And that's why I didn't worry about matting this beforehand. Because it just shapes up really nice. But if you're using the glitter paper, hold it with one hand so it doesn't slip. So it does have that slippery back. And now my top piece. Yes, the designers that are teaching on the cruise are myself, Tiffany, Bonnie, and Tanya. Tanya is also teaching our Wednesday project at our May retreat. So she does a really nice job. You guys are going to be impressed. Okay, and I want to get these guys pretty even. Of course. Why does that always happen? We make one that's longer than the other. And I should have checked it. before I added my adhesive. That's much better. No, it's not. I can't seem to get this thing straight. There we go. Okay, time to do our reshaping. And I did not, I didn't put anything on the inside because it's for photos. So just close your book. I closed it there. And hang that over the edge here. Double check our Maddie. And I'll put this double matting on, and we're ready to put it in the book. The only thing is, if you're going to use a ribbon closure, you'll want to put it on before you put this in the book. There we go. Cute, isn't it? And it lays really nice once you get all that matting on there. So you don't have to worry now. Remember, I was working with my leftover brads, so pretty much I'm out of those unless I take them from this other collection that I had pulled from my stash. And well, that one's not too bad. It's not as good as that one. And it's not one of the great big ones. Echo Parks are a little bit different in size. And I had gotten another pack of these. I picked them up when I was in my store of the vintage spring collection. So I think I'll wait until I find them because they are here somewhere. I just don't know where I put them. I bring things home and I lose them every single time. So I will wait because it says grow on it. Super cute. Pink plaid. Just matched perfect. Now for the inside, I will be using these in a minute. So I'll just set them over here. On the inside, I did use the stickers again. And I have to really stop just touching things. Is anybody else like that? The minute you touch it, it's gone. You know how we've been using our sticker book? Okay, there it is. Come back here. Now, just again, really cute. These would be cute too. Washi tape things. Going right here. And I used a floral one, but here I want to use this birdhouse. I said you do have to be better careful. And I'll just put this down here at the bottom. Because we've been talking about using these. They are kind of almost a tissue paper width. I mean, not width, consistency. But I was so happy with how well they matched from this is the vintage spring collection from Simple Stories. Now you have picture room, and you can even put a photo here. Now we're going to put this in our book. Now this is where, if you want your ribbon and you want it to come all the way around, you'll want to bring it across the back like we've done on our other pieces. And now this is going to fit really snug. It fits right in between our matting. So I'm going to leave, it's like about a 1/2 inch from the bottom. And we're just going to add our adhesive all over to the back. Mine fits perfectly on that matting, the inside matting. It's going to be a little difficult, but we do need to burnish down where we can. Isn't it so cute when it opens? You guys are really quiet. You must be intense right now working on your book. Yep, there goes Charlotte. Now see how the sparkly picks up? Oh, it's so pretty. You could even put a ribbon here to make it hang out the side of the book with some little tassels. And then on my original book from the Grow collection from G45, it was so pretty, the pinks and the purples, but of course I used all those. So what I'm going to do is probably we'll go with the greens, and those are chipboard. So let me get into I've been working with these. Loving the boots, still got to use them somewhere. So I've got Grow with Love. Let's see what we've got. They are green. Oh, but you know what? This one here. This has more of the white background. I don't have any more that are with the pinks. I used them all. Okay. So in the garden, it is green, but it kind of ties in here. So it's not really garden time because we've got Miss Mouse. She's sewing. And we've got Growing Love. And if you absolutely just, don't like green with this, I could understand. And I wish they'd put more pink in here, but that's okay. Another one that's cute is this pink banner. That is with Grow with Love. And you know, instead of words, I think I'm going to use this. I really do like this. This is the banner that came in there. And instead of words, I'm going to use this. And we've got a little boo-boo there. But you won't even notice it. So we're going to put, I'm going to pop this up on foam. I'm going to put it at the bottom. Oops. And like I said, these are a chipboard, so they're not a chipboard. They're probably 110 pound or 130 pound. So they're a nice weight. They're ephemera. No, it's not thin at all. And that's nice. You can kind of spread those out. And we need some of these. Definitely need a pink one here and a pink one there. These are the Prima Satan crystals that came with their Easter collection. And then you could definitely tie, you know, a cute little bow around or anything that you want. But I think I'll just go with that because I'm going to add my bread when I do find my package of bread, because I lose everything I touch. We'll go right there. And we got through it, guys. We did it. Now we can do our cover. Isn't that cute? And the next thing you need to do is just go through and anywhere you want tags. And I did show I had taken the cut apart because I don't know if we'll have time, but I just took the 3x4s and that's what's going to help to close your little extra pocket. And then I put some in here. Okay, let's do our cover. So we need to start with the cover. And I did start with the glitter paper. And our cover is the 6.5 by 9. I always like to double check. And I only did it on the front, not the back. Okay, so I'm first going to cut it at 8 7/8 and 6 3/8. And I did put, even though we end up kind of covering it with our little pointy things here, the quilt points, I did use the green plaid on the back. Those guys out. So you can grab, you have to grab a 12 by 12. It does have to come from your 12 by 12 for the length. And I will be using the background here again. So we're going to cut this at 6 inches. No, I did not. I think I did 6 1/8. Let me do a quick measurement so that, no, 6 inches. And my width is, 6 inches. And then our length is going to be 8.5. So 6 inches and then 8.5. And for this little background, if you do have this one in the 8x8, or you can use the 12x12. The 8x8 is going to, of course, give you the smaller graphics. I just want to make sure that I don't have it. Like I said, I've been using a lot of this collection. Carrots. This is bunny. And I got it. Perfect. Because we're going to keep that at the 6 length. And we're going to cut it at 5.5. I mean 8. Yep, 8 by 5.5. I'll go over those again with you. So 8 by 5.5, 6 by 8.5. And then this one, we won't put on. We're going to put these 2 down and put this on. We're going to put that in the book. This is where I put my, I call them quilt points, or what, on before it went down into the book. So we're going to start with putting our glitter paper on first. Thank you, Sandy. I lost that too. There it is. You're going to love it, but the glitter does not come off. So nice. We want to ink the green. Now I am going to make 2 different sizes. I'll make the first one with you. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut 15 of the squares that I used to go around the book. And I think I'm going to show you the size I originally did, and I'm going to go smaller. I think I'm really going to like it a little bit smaller than what I originally did. Like I mentioned before, the first album we designers make is always like our prototype, and it's already put together. So you just kind of have to bear with us as we're doing the actual project, because that's where I kind of make my changes. I did use glitter on the side, but we'll have these pieces. So likes to move sometimes. We don't want that to happen. So always keep your hand on it. And if the glitter's sucking that up, just go ahead and stick some more back there. So this one tonight, we're going to go just a hair longer so we can finish our cover. And then we're going to go ahead and ink this in a minute, but that's our top cover. So I think, you know what, I'm going to take 1/8 of an inch off of the width and the length. So a little bit more of my green plaid from behind will show just a little bit is what I'm hoping. Yeah. We're going to put that border right on here, but we want to ink this first. Hello. Now. Okay. Let's move our cover out of the way for a minute. Let's grab what I did. I used the pink, the green, and the blue. So we've got the blue that has the duckies, green with the froggy, or green with our little cuties there, and then a pink. I hope I have more pink left because I did use a lot of it. Here we go with our piggies. Okay, I'm going to do 2 sizes. I'm going to show you. I'm going to do a strip of 1 inch and then a strip of 1.5, which is what I originally did. And then you want them to be square. So we're going to do 1.5 by 1.5, and then doing 1 by 1. So I'm going to show you the difference. And the 1 by 1 may be too small. Yeah, I think it is. So maybe I'll go 1 1/4, but let's see. Well, now if you like it to be smaller, 1 by 1 is okay too. And let me show you the 1.5. So I'll also do 1 1/4. My original one is 1.5. And we put it right in the track. Like I said, we're going to need we're going to do about 20 out 20. Now, this one's, and we cut it. So it's a little bit longer. It made it be a little bit bigger. Not bad, but I want to do a 1 1/4. I think the 1 inch is too small. So now I'll cut this down to 1 1/4 because I'm pretty sure that's going to be the size that I think is a good fit. Now with 1 1/4 though, it will take more. Okay. Yeah, I personally like the 1 1/4. So I'm going to cut 12 of each color. So this takes a little bit. can get about 9 out of one strip. They don't take a lot of paper. So you'll need 2 strips of each color. And let's start with 12 of each. Like I said, I did not ink mine. So I did 2 strips of green and 2 strips of pink to start. I don't think I want the distressing. I want the lightly distressed in the center, so I'll cut another one. Now so we can get 9 out of each strip. And 12, but that gives us, because we're cutting them in half, that gives us double. Let's see if my cutter can handle it. But sometimes they slip. Cool. Okay. Now I'm going to put them in the cutter at an angle and just go slow. I'm doing 2 together. And it seems to be working. Oh, I know. Everybody is so quiet. Well, those slipped apart. So we'll just cut. Keeping them in there. I know this is the boring part, you guys. I'm sorry. And you always, I will have probably end up more than with what I need. Okay, we got through the blue. You know what? Because we do, these don't have to be perfectly straight. You know what I'm going to do? And it's actually going to be a lot quicker. We don't need a perfectly straight edge because it does go down underneath the book. I'm going to just cut it. I forgot. I did this last time. Just as long as you're going corner to corner. Much faster. Yeah, now we're kind of just doing a craft along here. Okay, and then just decide what color you want to start with. It won't matter, because what we're going to first do is we're just going to glue these together. Okay, and you can see I just added my adhesive about a quarter of the way in. And I'll just keep adding them until they get longer and longer and longer. We're just going to make this big old chain. Oh, we need green. So we need about 6 inches, of course, for the top. I'll show you. Well, not even that, but don't worry about it sticking over the edge. We're going to cut it. That's why we didn't want to mat this down. Oh, I know, but I've already used them. I see them and I love it. Okay, so then I'll just place this here once it's long enough. So we'll go ahead and add our glue. These are going to sit in a lot. They're going to be a little different than the original cover. And I had poked those up and rounded them off, but I like this better. They're smaller. See, then I kind of pushed them in because I realized how big they were. And so I think the smaller, I'm going to like it much better. But I still love that quilted effect. Okay. And then we're just going to cut. Each side. So I've got blue here, and let me show you how this will work. So I'll start now here with the blue, then we'll kind of shape it after we put it on. So I'll start with blue again. And this one will be just a little bit longer. It's actually kind of relaxing. I know. Are you guys still with me here? Starting to stick together. And now green. See where we're at. Oh, just right. So put your adhesive up here, not to the tip, but just to where we have that squared off edge. Don't put your fingers in the glue, and it will match where I squared it off there. It's so cute together. I'm just going to reach back here and cut that off to kind of match. There we go, the underside. See how nice it comes together? Okay, let's go with blue again. Start with our blue, pink, and green. He didn't want to play. And the farther you spread these out, the less it takes. It's a girl dinosaur. If it has to be a dinosaur, Heather, it's a girl. We want pink. It's like a quilt. So if you are doing a dinosaur album for a little boy, how cute would this be to put on the paper? Oh, you know what? I don't need another one. I'll use this on the side since I'm getting carried away here. We'll do another one on the bottom. I forgot the bottom's not quite as wide. So let's see where we're at. Oh, the only problem is it's not blue. I'm going to rip that off. I started with blue. Oh, well, we need one more on this side. And it needs to go underneath. Well, no. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead. I shouldn't have thrown that pink off. I'm going to put it back. Because I was not paying attention. I was just having fun. Oops. Not the duckies. Okay. Now, see, we can move it. Yeah, I really did way too much. Oh, well, we'll be a little off. That's okay. So we'll start with pink. Or wait a minute, I should go down the side. Yeah, let's go down the long way. That would make more sense. Goodness. So I want to start again with the blue. There we go, matching. I'll just cut it the angle that my other one's going. I think I'll angle him down so he matches better. There we go. Okay, now we just have our bottom. And I'm keeping the pattern going. So I basically always start with the blue, pink, and green, or however you started. And blue. Let's see where we're at so I don't go overboard. That looks great. In fact, it ended up perfect. Now I just want to match that. And that's what it looks like. Now, on the other one, as you see, I just wanted to, they were bigger. So I did bend those upwards. And it looks good on this one. This one, I'm going to just leave them flat because I went smaller. And now I can see some of my green plaid back there, and I really like it. Then also, if you wanted to strengthen this and double mat it, which we can also pop this up on foam tape so it's up a little bit. But you definitely need to add more here. Yeah, we're running kind of late because, so 4.5 by 7. So I'm going to do that. We are, because we want to get this done tonight and we're almost there. So I am going to use my cardstock that I used with this. And you should have plenty of pieces. I'm going to cut it 4.5 by 7. And then what I'm going to do is pop it up on foam dots. I don't have any foam tape right now. But this will strengthen it here on the back side, because you don't want, the paper's just not strong enough to do it by itself. Or you could even add a piece of chipboard back here. And nobody will see this. But, oh yeah, gives it much more strength. Now I can use, if I had foam tape, it'd be a lot quicker. So, sorry, but this won't be bad. I'll kind of speed up here. But you do want to use quite a few, so you have a good foundation. Yeah, tonight's going to be just a little bit longer. It's only been 2 hours, so we're doing good. And I'm just going a little foam dot crazy for a minute. And I know this is the worst part. I wish I could speed up my camera so you didn't have to watch me peel off the backs. I wish it just kind of would come off automatically once you put it down. All right, let's grab the garbage. And then I'll show you the different Prima flowers I'm using. Prima is completely out of the ones I used first. But you know what? I'm not sure we still have some online. They kind of sold quickly, but I really like these other ones too. And we just got them in. And so they will be on the website tomorrow when I show them to you. I mean, they literally landed and I grabbed them. Okay, let's give this cover this dimension. Or you can just glue it down flat like I did on the first one. I missed a few spots. Cute, cute, cute. Love the dimension. Yeah, love it. It doesn't show quite as much on camera, but you will really see it when you're, looking down at it. Now, I grabbed, so these just came in, and they're from the, I don't know, but they're not from the Easter collection, but I love them, and I thought these are just amazing. So I'm going to use these, but I wanted to show you, these are going to be cute. I do want to use this because it has some of the greenery. So in a minute, will need my my glue gun. Now, this was from the chipboard from Simple Vintage, and so is the bunny. So I don't have those, and we're going to be using these from like in the garden. So I even like the green on green. I thought that looked pretty cool. But this one has a lighter lettering, so be definitely a super, super cute album for gardening. So I've got, you guys, you're going to die. I know I have so many glue guns. This is the right OB pencil one. And so we're going to give this one a try tonight. And we're going to see how we like it. You guys saw the cute little vacuum. Well, it's not my fault. Actually, I've had this. I just have not used it. But the vacuum was Jen Palmer's fault. Okay, there we go. It was Jen Palmer's fault. She showed us the vacuum. Now this one, I may not be using it because I haven't used it before and it's not wanting to play nice. So my battery may not be charged. Oh, there it goes. And grab my glue stick. We'll find out how we like it. I don't know. Like I said, I've had it. I haven't used it. Come on, there we go. We'll see if we like it. And our next step is let's grab our flowers. Oh, the next step is actually we need to add our ribbon. And I forgot to add my ribbon. So I'm going to stick it right there. If you forgot to add yours because you were following me, I'm very sorry. We're going to add it right here, and then we're going to add some embellishments on top of it. I can't believe I just did that. And I did. So I'm going to take 2 more 12-inch pieces. And then on this cover is where I wanted to show you. You can cut if you want to add the lace around the edge like I did. I just took about a 24-inch piece, and then I cut it down the center. Now you have 2 really nice pieces, and I just want to cross the top. And when I was putting it on, when I got to the corner, I used score tape to put it down. And then I just went along the edges. So that's with the lace. Now I'm kind of on the fence whether I want to add the lace. I don't know. But I need to add my ribbon because I forgot. So we'll wait for the hot glue there. And I'm going to go ahead and add my foam here. But I won't put this down yet. And we want to grab, remember I told you we were going to use that piece of fencing? And we already used one little piece. I put it over here, right here. Because I did use this down here at the bottom again. But this time I did kind of do a cut around the fence posts. And I used it from the 8x8, but you can use either one. And I'm just doing a rigidy edge here to go around the pickets. And then my scissors. And the crazy thing is like it fits perfect. Now, see, I'm throwing things in the garbage. I gotta have him. He just is too perfect. But because I don't have another one from the chipboard from this collection, I'm going to cut him from this cover. Probably going to cut the birdhouse also. And he's nice and thick. And he's kind of got a shadow around him. So if you have this sticker book, now you'll have this if you have the chipboards from the collection from Vintage Spring. And there's like I said, a shadowing there. I don't think you can see it. And I'm just following the shadowing, which is somewhat of an outline of the graphics. And I'm not going to really even see the bottom because I'll be covering it up. But we got to have the bunny. Because bunny's going to sit there. Fence is going to go on top. But I'm going to put flowers on first. So how's our little glue gun doing here? It's getting hot. I'm going to add this down, and I am going to still stick the ribbon in. And poke my fence up. Almost ready. Okay, flowers. And oh, these are so pretty. They aren't, you know, not quite as big as the others, but that's okay. Just kind of fold those in half. Somewhat intertwining here of colors. Take one of your stems and just, when you get what you want, wrap it around so they're all together. Blue. Oh, there we go. Now this needs to be in the center. Now with these, you'll notice they kind of poke up. I take them, push, there we go. Don't push on the center, I push on these leaves. And flatten it. Oh yeah, I'm throwing paper in the garbage again, yeah. I didn't mean to. No, thank you. All right. I don't think me and this glue gun is going to be friends until I learn better how to use it. Okay. Oh, dear. This thing hot. Will you work with it? I really like my friendly one here. We are. There it comes, though. You know what, though? This one gets hot. Really hot. I should have played with it when I got it a long time ago. But I like the stand. All right, let's kind of pop these guys in there together. Okay, greenery. You know, Tiffany, well, it is, the problem is I'm not holding it right, and I know that, but I'm waiting for my other one to heat up because I've had this, I just haven't like read the instructions, and you know, that might help if I read the instructions. But I've had it, and then when Jennifer showed me the vacuum, I'm like, okay, I've got the battery, let me get another one. And I'm like, just what I need, right? Another glue gun. So I kind of got that a little bit close. I really want 3 flowers. I don't think I'm going to get 30 flowers. Well, kind of close to the edge here. So we're going to go with 2 flowers and our cute little things there. And then Mr. Bunny. Now I'm going to cut him off here because he needs to sit down a little further. I want him more like that. I like my Memory Keepers one. And it's very crafters friendly. It doesn't burn you. But then again, we're not getting, there we go. Come on, glue. It doesn't burn me. Okay, now I think we'll put the pink one over here kind of going upwards. I know there's a way to do this. There we go. I want this one to be my friend. But this one likes me better. Okay, this so far, I love this glue gun. What can I say? Green. There it is. Okay, for the top part, if you, this is left over. I just had this left over from when we did Letters to Santa. And I just had some little pieces that have been coffee dyed. So I grabbed them. They're kind of, I mean, they were just laying around from the kit. I really liked, they were just kind of vintagey looking. And then I will use these guys. It's a pretty flower. Matches all the colors. I don't know. We might just go with one. I think I'm going to go with just one on this one. Now we're going with 2. Oh, this has polka dots on it. Okay, pearls. And these are just the Memory Hardware pearls. And I'm going to grab my tweezers for this one. I'm just kind of picking the little pinkish ones. This one kind of has a pinkish, a white, and the coffee color. Okay, we're going to use our scissors. Glue everywhere. Well, come on, let go. This one takes a while for it to come out, or a second or two to come out. Add some pearls in there. We're moving you. I don't want to get burnt. And this one is kind of messy. Tuck some little pearls in there for some of them you can't see unless you're really looking. Oh my gosh. Hold on, guys. Well, I'm sorry. It does make that little noise when it's feeding it through. So I can't believe you guys can hear it. These are too consistent with each other. Let me get one over here. That's good. Then my garden time. You tell him to get over it. Now, we've got to have something up here. I can't remember. You know, I've gone through these so many times. You would think I would know. But I really want a birdhouse. And we have this one. We have the bird nest. I said you got to be careful that we don't tear them. At the top, but it's going to need more. It's going to need a butterfly. Well, we do have the butterfly, but it needs, how about a chipboard? Oh, I had a green one. We could add a green one. Let's see what we've got here. So these are the frames and the chipboards from G45. Like I mentioned, oh, we have this pretty one. I didn't use a lot of them because they seem to have more yellow and green than the other things. And because I don't have the chipboard words, I think we're just going to leave it. We're going to leave it. But I want to show you the two different looks you kind of get when you add the lace and the different colored flowers. Was I putting on there? Now, I need to cover these. I dumped them the other time, and I was like, oh, I don't want to do that again. Okay. because I was a dork and forgot the ribbon, I am going to pop that inside of there, just in the center. You should have put it down first, or I could have put it right on underneath there, and it would have been just fine. But since I didn't, I'm going to add some of the hot glue. And pop it down in there. Now for the back side, I'll just use score tape like I should have used before for the second piece. Good night, Linda. I know I kept you guys, but I really knew you wanted to get this done. So I am basically just going to put the ribbon on and talk you through the rest. Where's my other piece of ribbon? There it is. Don't think that's it. Okay. And it will stick once I put my pattern paper down on that one. Okay. It's fine. What I did, and I'm just going to grab the other book. So your spine, I did the same thing. I double mat with the glitter. And the glitter piece I cut on this one. Now this one has a little bit bigger of a spine. So you're going to cut it at 2 3/8 by 8 7/8 for your glitter. 2 3/8 by 8 7/8. Then I would cut this at 2 1/8 by 8 5/8. And you can see I used the green with the kitties and the doggies. The back, so I used the piece of the green to match the spine, and it's 6 3/8 by 8 7/8. You're just going to put that down, but put your ribbon down first, and then you're finished. All you'll have to do is when you go back inside is to create a few of your cut aparts for here, and if you want some for inside, and then I did a couple for in here. And that is the conclusion. We did pretty good with very little boo-boos. Kept you up late on a Thursday night. I hope tomorrow you guys, I hope tonight's kind of a Friday for some of you. But that is, and you know, both are very nice. This one is a little cleaner. I didn't put the lace, but I still probably will put a few of these things. In fact, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to add kind of the purplish gold ones, starting with the largest at the bottom and medium and then small at the top, just to kind of fill that spot in there on the edge. Gives it a little more sparkle. And that's it. Oh, you're off tomorrow. Cool. And that is the conclusion of our Charlotte's Friends. Now, see, these are kind of naturally starting to bend upwards because of the size. And again, whoops. So if you want to just kind of bend them, you can just to help them up, but they kind of will from opening and closing your book. And I hope you guys enjoyed creating this with me. I had a lot of fun. I thought it went really well. And remember, no live tutorial until next Thursday. And we'll probably be doing the spring vintage flip book that Betty did for our store for those of you who bought it online. Thanks, everybody, and have a great night, and also have a great weekend.